Hey guys, Ben Funderburk with Hey Man Fishing, and I'm in Cherokee, North Carolina. And in this video we're going to do some trout fishing. I'm going to show you the tricks, some tips of what I do to catch them, the lures I use, and I'm going to give you a lot of little secret, I guess it's going to be some secrets that it took me a couple of years to learn here on fishing for trout. If you want to catch your limit, watch this video. Cherokee, North Carolina, fishing for trout. Thank you. I'm fishing just below the entrance to the Blue Ridge Parkway. And, the Blue Ridge Parkway bridge is, I don't know, probably 150 yards from me where I'm at. If you want to catch some really big trout, there's one right there. They just come out of the water on me. If you want to catch some really big trout in here, you want to be down below that bridge, because those trophy fish, usually they'll put those trophy fish in the catch and release. Oh, that's a decent trout. Yeah. Come on, buddy, come on. The common areas to get to, the easiest places to get to catch fish up here, that's usually where they're going to stop. It's an easy access for the hatchery to dump them. Those places, especially the bridges. If you check the bridges when you come up here, if it's a dry day, check the bridge. If the bridge is wet around the rails, they just put those fish in, and it takes about 30 minutes for those trout to acclimate to those waters. And once, if you hit them lucky enough, when you get down there to fish after they put them in, after that time period, I mean, you can wear them fish out. And one drawback about, if you're up here during the summertime, one drawback you have with Cherokee, and it don't really affect the fishing too much. You just have to watch out for the people on these floats that are coming down the water, like you see up in front of me, green floats. They get a large number of those. They rent them out, drop you off, and they usually get a big crowd during the middle of the summer. And you know, everybody's trying to use the waters, and they're trying to enjoy it. See up river, that's the Blue Ridge Parkway. That's the entrance where the Blue Ridge Parkway starts here in Cherokee, North Carolina. And just beyond that, upriver, just beyond that, when you go up under that bridge, you in the catch and release waters, and it's fly rod only. And they usually release some pretty good sized, decent fish, trophy fish in there. And them fish, here's one of them little secrets. Them fish, on a good rain, the water gets up, them big fish get pushed down here. And you can catch some really good sized fish in this general area here sometimes. You know, I know some people say there's, like, you know, everybody's got their fishing hole. There's some secret holes. You know, does Cherokee have a secret hole? And you watch these videos where somebody's at, and you're like, man, they wearing them out right there. And that's where I'm gonna fish when I go up to Cherokee. Well, they ain't always gonna be in there at that time. They could be already caught out, what was stocked in there. If you catch it just right when they stock it, yeah, they're gonna be in there. But I found out, as much as I fished up here, there's not one real certain magic hole. Was if I want to catch a large number of fish, to get my limit, I'd come in here and make 5 to 10 casts and walk down through here making those 5 to 10 casts. And I wasn't taking my time. I'm just like hitting to see if those fish are in here. If I catch 1 or 2 right off, then I know, you know, hey, this has been stocked and there's a bunch of fish in here. Then I would slow down and fish it real good and usually catch my limit. There he is. There he is. Oh. Oh well, that's a pretty decent one. I thought it was smaller. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm using up here at Cherokee catching my trout. I got a 5-foot Okama rod that I got off Amazon, and I'm using a it's called a Gen X2 ultralight, Gen X2 ultralight, but ultralight rod and an ultralight reel setup, and you'll be good to go. I'm using 4-pound or 6-pound test, whatever you prefer. This happens to be 6-pound test line. I'm using what they call a blue fox, and I like the gold plated blue fox. In heavily stained water, almost muddy water, I like the chartreuse color blue fox, and that's basically all I use. Now if I'm fishing in these pools, the deep water pools, I use a single hook with a split shot, and my bait of choice is night crawlers and crickets, and you can limit out in a short time. Looks like I got a little hole up here that they may be stacked up in. Let's see. Just had a hit. And on this side, the water's a little bit shallow, and you can see how the current's running in here, and it moves alongside this bank over here on the other side. And that water's deep from this pouring all the way down. That water's pretty deep in there, and that's where I suspect probably the fish are going to be holding up in that area. Like, all right, there he is. There he is down yonder. He don't feel like a big one. He's on his way up here to me. Come on over here, Mr. Trout. He's running that current. That's another thing. You know, you got the fish itself. I mean, they some strong. These trout are strong fish moving in this water. But once you get out there in that heavy if you get in that current with them, that's like twice the. There we go. Twice the swift. I'm gonna throw down there again since we caught one right in that general area. There he is. Okay, so this is my second one in this area. Number 2. I feel like he's about the same size as that other one. Could be a little bit smaller. Yeah, here we go. Okay, you're just all over the place. There we go. Number 2, he a little bit, it might be about the same size. All right, this is my 3rd cast out here. Okay, so I got you can see how they stacked up down here. So I'm gonna end up limiting it out pretty quick. Because this 3 casts and 3 fish in that one general area. They tell me they stacked that down there. This fish a little bit smaller. There he is. Oh yeah. Boom.